Good morning and welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Thursday. Glad you're here. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. And sorry for the chuckle there. One of my dogs just walked in and he's acting silly. Good morning, Turk. Yesterday I talked about interviewing. A few tips for you when you are sitting in that room trying to figure out what to say and how to say it to try to impress the 2 to 3 to 5 ish people that are probably in the room, peppering you with questions that some of them seem to make a lot of sense, some of them don't seem to make a lot of sense, and you're just trying to make sense out of all of it and get out of there without the flop sweat and hopefully leaving them with a good impression that leads to a job offer. So that's that side of the table. But what about the other side of the table? The art of the interview. No, I wasn't going to say the art of the deal. That's not. I've told you this is not a political podcast, so no, that's not. This is not about the old Trump book that came out in the '90s. The art of the interview. As an interviewer, you're not just evaluating candidates. You're hopefully shaping the future of your organization, right? No organization can survive without talent. Just like no society can thrive without people. I mean, you got to have more people because if you don't have more people, at some point you're not going to have enough people. And anyway, so talent. You have to have good talent. It's like I mentioned before. When I was in the fraternity, my pledge class, my pledge trainer, Pat Nobles, he's football coach now. He said, "Look around this room." He said, "We rushed all of you guys and we gave all of you guys bids because we think all of you have the potential to someday be a future president of this fraternity. So look around the room. Do you see a future president here? If you don't see a future president here, are you the future president?" You got to have that same attitude when you're recruiting talent. Yes, you're recruiting somebody for a customer service position or for a document processor or for a entry level marketing job or social media or whatever it is. You should also recruit with an eye to the future. As you're sitting in that interview, you got to ask yourself, do I see this person as having the potential to grow in this role to eventually outgrow this role? If you get that kind of vibe, regardless of what they say or how they say it, not what they say, but how they say it, if you get that kind of vibe, pay attention to it. More often than not, in my experience, you're going to find that that kind of gut feeling is going to be pretty accurate in the long run. That being said, prepare properly. Try to know what you can about that candidate's background. You're going to have a stack of paper. You're going to have their application. You're going to have their resume. You're going to have all of that. So make sure that you understand their skills, their experience, their alignment with your company's culture. If you don't know the culture question, maybe tailor your interview questions to try to pull some of that out of them. Try to have a welcoming environment. Put the candidate at ease. They're nervous. They're either in a job they don't like and they're trying to move to a better one, or they're maybe underemployed, or maybe they're not employed at all. So make eye contact, smile, use a friendly tone if you can. Show general interest in their answers. Use good body language, lean forward, nod from time to time if you think that they're making a good point. the interview's more than just about their qualifications. Again, try to figure out their cultural fit while you're sitting there talking to them. Observe their demeanor while they're answering those hard questions. Um, they're going to be nervous. Yeah, so you're going to see people swallow hard. You're going to see some people maybe take an extra breath. Blow that off. Don't put a whole lot of stock in that. Listen to their answers, listen to how their answers, look for adaptability and resilience and a good attitude. I mean, again, you don't want to hire somebody who walks around all day looking like they just, you know, ate a lemon and it was really bad, sour disposition. Interviewing's tough. It's a crapshoot. You're going to make wrong decisions. I've hired people who, on paper and in that interview, look like just slam dunks, and then when it comes time to put up or shut up, they they just don't deliver. So if you get it wrong, don't be upset about it. Again, that's when you lean into your coaching, you lean into your developmental skills as a leader, as a manager, as a boss, as a director, whatever you are. Um, During that interview, again, be mindful of your own body language. Don't project the image of, I don't want to be here and I don't want to listen to what you say. Project confidence and professionalism, but again, also don't try to look, you don't want to be overly authoritative looking. You don't want to intimidate them. You should, where possible, ask open ended questions too that allow them to really give you thoughtful responses, and try not to lead them or uh, go into any type of biased inquiries. You don't want to lead them directly to what you want to say. You want to give them the opportunity to answer and put their own personal spin on it. If you can, also try to assess their passion for the role. Are they really truly interested in working there? Um, Now, if you get the sense that they're just there for a paycheck, don't hold that against them either. I recently saw on LinkedIn that some employers are put off by the green banner, you know, that tells everybody on LinkedIn, hey, I'm looking for a job or I'm looking for a better situation. And I don't understand the employers that have a problem with that. You know, I see it as, oh, they don't want a job, or oh, they want a job. Well, what are their skills? Oh, okay. What's their experience? Yeah. Well, let's send them a note and say, hey, we're going to have this role coming up if you'd like to apply. Not making any promises, but looked at your profile and good for you. So anyway, back to the whole passion for the role. If you find a candidate who seems really truly excited about the position and what it could be for them or for their career, and then their answers are all relatively good, that tells you all you need to know, right? That's probably your right person. So, for the most part, that's today's Red Mike message. Probably nothing earth shattering here, but I remember back to the first time I interviewed anybody. I think I was probably just as nervous as they were. Um, but don't be. Make it a conversation. No matter what side of the table you're on. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking a little bit about branding and rebranding and temporary branding. What is going on with Goldfish? Are they this year's IHOB? I've got some thoughts. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. Again, hope you have a happy Thursday. Hope you will join me again tomorrow. Please give me a like, a follow, and a share. The share is very important. No matter what platform you're on, again, we are on just about every platform out there. We're not on TikTok. I just still have a visceral issue with TikTok for a lot of reasons, but we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Spotify, we are on Instagram, we're on Rumble, we're on Audible. This is Audible. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. Please join us again tomorrow. And don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.